On today's episode of Golf is Rude in My Life, we launched the final merch drop of the year, and it's these.
And finally, a playoff where everyone was a winner. It was so heartwarming, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. It is a Thursday in November. It can but mean one thing. Golf is Rude in My Life is back for another episode of half an hour of sort of there or thereabouts golf-based banter. Isn't that right, Price?
Ooh. Oh, God. Did you just drop the banter? The banter word there? Did you just start...
Golf-based
banter.
banter.
Oh, God, he started with
a Z.
Badinage, locker room chat, just men, boys being boys. Is that what you're saying, Tom?
I don't like it. But, you know, welcome back to Great Britain's second biggest golf podcast on what is going to be, I'm just going to say this right at the top of the show, today is going to be goddamn jam-packed.
It is jam-packed. It's a huge episode. First up, let's talk Rory, can we? Before we get on to the exciting announcement.
Well,
should we do Rory first?
I think we can, because you text me. Me and Tom only talk between the days of Monday through Friday. If we dare invade each other's weekend, it must be something drastically important, which it was on Sunday when I was on a dog walk.
Yes, we have a mutual understanding that we're sick of the sight and sound of each other. So on a weekend, it's just best not to get involved. And but I dropped a playoff klaxon right at you, didn't I, mate? Do you know what? I also dropped it on the Discord as well, which, of course, the link is available on the episode description. If you're not on the Discord, where the hell have you been? It's like a giant WhatsApp full of idiots like you. Honestly, you'd love it. And I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. People were, reacting to it, and people were heading over there to watch this incredible moment. And, the race to Dubai... it was a brilliant end, wasn't it? A fantastic tournament. What a leaderboard. As discussed on this podcast before, I don't care where they're playing. They could be at my 9-hole Muni as long as the leaderboard is good.
Yeah.
And that leaderboard was delivering, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was jam-packed. It's those two events as we come to the end of the DP World Tour year. What does it all really mean? It's hard to know. It's a big payday for the players that come out on top. We know that. So I've sort of been dipping my toe in it, really. I wasn't cemented to the sofa watching every single swing, but...
I think a lot of people feel like that. A lot,
yes.
Because also, it was on early. I keep going on about this, but the reason the American product is so amazing in those dark February, March, April months is because it's dark and miserable here, and you can stick your telly on and look at blue skies and beauty.
It's gorgeous.
At 6, 7, 8 p.m. into the night. And so when there's golf on in the morning... you're just not going to watch it as much.
So you set off the playoff klaxon. So I pulled out my phone. I'm now Sky Sports golfing while walking around the local park, trying to find the quickest exit route to sort of curtail the walk so I could get back to my sofa, which I did just to see Rory stick the drive into the water. I understand now, having at the time, I was so shocked by it because I was like, what's he doing? But he had just eagled it, hadn't he, previously? So I understand the play that he was going for, which is smash the driver out there, stick it close, get the one put, get the eagle. And when you have just done that, I can understand why you'd have the balls to take on that shot. But taking a driver on a par 5 into a very small slither of water on a playoff hole doesn't sit right with me.
Well, this slither of water, there's another hole. There's a few holes that have got this water thing. It reminds me of the 18th at Wentworth as well a bit.
Wraps around
right
and it's just the air. And...
It's sort of, it's this weird water thing. And when he played it to get the eagle, he carried it. So the attacking line is to go just a bit right and you make it just over the brook. And he did for that incredible eagle. And Fitz hadn't. So, and Fitz was in the rough. And so he decided still, this is the mindset of a great sportsman, to go for it. And then it went wrong and he ended up in the water and he ended up, I think, with a bogey, and Fitzpatrick won it with a par. But to be honest, Tom, it was a day that, and it was a playoff, I should say, where I sound like some awful proper pundit.
Here we go.
Just the game. It was just great to see the game celebrated, and it was a proper win-win playoff. Because
I agree with that. And I totally agree.
And I would have loved any number of those people on that leaderboard. Oberg was there or thereabouts. Hatton was there or thereabouts. Rose was there or there. Like huge names were. Fleetwood was there or thereabouts. The fact that it was Fitzpatrick was great. He won, and so did Rory, because he's won his 7th Order of Merit, and now that puts him in second position for the most number of European Orders of Merit. Obviously, Colin Monty has got 8, Seve got 6, and that just felt everyone won. Do you know what I mean? It just felt beautiful.
It was super friendly as well, wasn't it? Between Rory and Fitz, before they went to the playoff hole, they were in the buggy laughing and having a bit of a joke. Which did make it all a little bit of fun. There wasn't that super tense nature, which I feel we often have on playoff holes, especially when you're backing one person, where you're like, I really want this guy to win. I was happy either way on that result.
Absolutely. And I wonder if it had been, say, and now I can't think of two good players to make the point, but if you took two players who had not had such a good season, and Fitzpatrick has definitely had, obviously, everyone's had a less good season than Rory.
Yeah.
But Fitzpatrick, really, the Ryder Cup is kind of really the main thing Fitzpatrick has done. He's really improved at the back end of the season.
Yeah, I think he's had quite a bad season, really, if you look at how it started. Like, there was a lot of chat that he wasn't actually going to make it in the Ryder Cup team.
In the Ryder Cup, yeah. But then credit to Fitzpatrick for obviously for winning, but credit for the way that he played in that spirit. I think that's, I think other people who found themselves in this position to win a really serious tournament at the end of the year, forget the race that had gone to Rory, obviously, but to find themselves in that position, they may not have been up for that slightly badinage, arms around each other, even though they're friends. They may have gone into their zone a bit more to try and win it. But it was nice that for a second, and it didn't detract from our enjoyment, the cutthroat competitive nature of golf, wasn't quite as sharp as it normally is, I think it's fair to say, but it was lovely.
And there was a really funny moment, I don't know if you saw this, there was a bit of I guess fake peril built around, can Marco Penge catch Rory? And I don't know what the maths are on this, and this is why we're held in second place in Great Britain, and we're not number one. But I don't really know the ins and outs of it. But there was something like 1,000 points difference between Rory and Marco, and Rory was on like 4,000 and he was on 3,000. So it did feel like an unsurmountable difference, right? And there was this post being like, could Marco? And Marco had commented on it being like, I highly doubt it. And it was just quite nice for him to reference how ridiculous it was. But
I mean, obviously, worth sort of butting in there with a, oh my God, Marco Penge.
Yeah, what?
Like, he's got his PGA card now.
Come on, he's playing the Masters.
Oh my God, Marco Penge.
Yeah, and that's
it's
amazing. It's a well-trodden path, I think, that we've gone down this year talking about Marco Penge. We've been on him from the start. I do genuinely believe that we're probably one of the only, I'm going to call ourselves a media outlet, Tom. That's ridiculous.
What?
I don't know why. I'm going to say we're the only, we were one of the few first that was on the hashtag Marco Penge camp. There was a couple of guys who were on the Mizuno side who are sort of Mizuno creators because he's a Mizuno player, have been with him for a while. But just, what a great year.
Incredible year for Penge. Incredible year for Fleetwood. Great to see him there. Incredible year for Rose. Rose he's my age. He's 45 years old, and he is playing the best golf of his year. Much like he's having what he's calling a Tom Price year. He's just playing the best golf of his year. He said that, and of his life. And so to see him doing that, a moment of sadness seeing Tyrrell Hatton, thinking I'd love to see him week in, week out. I'd love to see all of these guys on the European Tour week in, week out. If I'm honest,
and I don't want to quickly deviate away from that, Tom, but we've got so much to do on today's podcast. And I'm going to be a little bit cloak and daggers here with the chat, because there's been so much going on in the background of Golf Is Ruining My Life world. But what I will say is some of the things that we've locked in over the last couple of days are going to make...
terrifying.
They are terrifying, but they are going to make next year really, really exciting. Which leads me to a conversation I had today, Tom, a story I've not told you, but has left me awfully embarrassed.
Oh, God, I love these. Excellent.
Yeah. So I was talking today with a guy who were getting on board to help do some stuff for the show and build out the brand of Gurl. Anyway, boring. And he knew the show a little bit before working with us and blah, blah, blah. And he was saying, have you got a handicap yet? He said to me. Clearly not a big fan of the show like you guys, obviously, in the rich vein of form I've been on. And I gave a little chuckle being like, have I got a handicap, this guy? What do you mean have I? I was like, yeah. I play off 8. Thinking that he would be like, oh my God, that's amazing. I was like, oh, do you have a handicap? He's like, yeah, I'm just down to 1 at the moment. I've never felt as embarrassed as dropping my smug, down to 8 now, for him to retort within half a second, I'm down to 1. A man that has only played 4 times this year.
Why has he only played 4 times this year? That means his handicap's out of date. He's not really off 1. He means 31, it must be. But some people have just got that. They've just got to that level, and and somehow it just holds.
He wasn't even a
And I will
junior
never
golfer, Tom.
understand
He
how.
wasn't even a junior golfer.
Oh no, I
How do you
don't want
hate
to
this
work with
guy?
this guy. You know the person I always mention for this, and we must get him on because we're going to start doing interviews soon. Dan Walker,
Yes,
is
Channel
one of the
5.
most naturally gifted, Channel 5's very own, and of course Classic FM Breakfast Show, which I know you're a fan of, Tom.
I love it.
And Daniel Walker here has just got a total natural ability off about +2, just pure. Could put a golf club down and walk away and come back 3 months later and will shoot +3. Like, it's crazy how you can be that good.
Yeah, he's tall though, isn't he? He has good levers on him. There's a couple of people that are like, I mean, Jimmy Bullard's a great example of someone who I think is on that precipice of like, maybe they could have a go at going pro. Obviously, I know a lot of people that watch our show love Golf Life and love Jimmy Bullard. And when you watch a lot of his stuff, being an ex-professional footballer, he's such a great athlete. And then, I don't know if you've watched this, Tom, but he tried to do open qualifying this year. I don't know if you're across this. And like, there's been so many
reality dawns.
Yeah, really quickly. I mean, I think he double bogeyed the first hole. And it was like the reality of having that actual golfing pressure is so different to even rolling a camera and being able to do it.
It's all about what goes on inside your head. It's also about what you put on top of your head, isn't it, Tom?
Oh, hello. Now, I mean, this is a more of a visual gag at this stage.
Well, yes, but we'll describe it with words in a sec. Don't worry. Calm down if you're only a podcast listener and not watching us on YouTube.
And there
but
we
we're
go.
currently...
Boom!
There it is. Synced up perfectly. We have now... Tom has changed his ping hat to this lovely green hat, and I have now got a green hat on. Tom, do you want to describe with words what you've got on your head there?
So it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We've done 3 big merch drops this year. We've done the hoodies, we've done the tees, and this is the final one of the year. It's the one everyone wants. From an admin perspective, it's ideal. One size fits all. It's the Gurm cap drop. Following up from the T-shirts with the Peppering the Rough. It's in the Peppering the Rough drop sort of category. It's in the green.
I'm modelling it, by the way, Tom.
Thanks.
While you talk, I'm modelling it.
It's like a lovely little... Do you know what it is with these caps? So we've spent a lot of time working on these. It's a little sort of golf and lifestyle crossover cap, so you can wear it out and about.
ASMR here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like a cordy... What material's that, Tom?
Oh, I don't know. It's. I would call this a rich vein of form.
Material. Yeah. I mean,
you'll
definitely improve your golf.
Do you want to hear my fingers running over the logo?
Yes.
Because there's a logo on the front. Here you go. This is my fingers running over the logo.
I'm not sure that actually translates. If I'm honest, I couldn't really hear anything.
I think.
Couldn't hear anything. But...
I'm trying to just. So this is a smooth cap here.
Yeah.
And then this is the logo.
Yeah, but we have moments like this. It makes sense why our YouTube numbers aren't that big. But these we've been working really hard on them. The little man from the Peppering the Rough T-shirt drop is now on the front of the caps. It's a separate badge. It's super high quality. I've loved making these. It's been so much fun. And we are going to do the same thing with the T-shirts to make sure it's fair. These are going to go online on the website, golfersruinmylife.co.uk at 8 p.m. this evening. So on the Thursday when this episode comes out at 8 p.m, I will toggle them live and they will be available for you to go and buy and enjoy. They're the perfect Christmas present. But not only that, Tom, if you buy a cap between now and Christmas, in the package you will get a little secret something.
You will get a secret something, which is a little card from me and Tom, say thank you, and also a little code word which you're not to share.
Don't share it.
I know you Discord sharers. You can if you mind, if you want to. I don't care. Which gives you a percentage off other things on our Golfers Ruining My Life website, which now has the merch of a hoodie and a T-shirt and now the hat. This is quite the... You can almost fully dress in a Gurmal uniform.
Yeah, you'll get 20% off, and that 20% off will be between now and Christmas. After that, it expires. So you get 20% off anything on the store. So it's the T-shirts, the caps, the hoodies. Kit yourself up for Christmas. It's online from 8 to make it fair for everyone in case you listen to the podcast on the way home. 8 p.m. this evening. Little admin point. The code is 2 separate words. So you'll write one word, then you'll do the space, and then you'll do the second word, and that will get you 20% off the whole store between now and Christmas. But yeah, it says Peppering the Rough on the back. Have you seen? This is my favourite detail, actually.
Yes, the label on the inside.
We've now got our own
labeling.
Stuff. So you've got a Golfers Ruining My Life logo on the inside. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I'm really proud of them. And I think they are. I know I said the hoodies were my favourite thing we've ever done, but I think these are now my favourite thing we've ever done.
I think they're beautiful. They're a wonderful product, and they are available. How much are they? What did we decide in the end? 57, 58 quid, 60 quid?
They're £80 plus postage, and the postage is £20. It's a cool, crisp 100.
They're not really. That's a joke.
It's a joke. £25 plus postage. Simple as that.
I think that's very good. £25 plus postage.
Yeah.
I think that's excellent.
I mean, we're not to go into too many details here, but by the time we take in some of the stock that doesn't sell the extra sauce,
we're not actually making any money.
We're not making any money whatsoever. It's actually a loss-making enterprise. I need to look at the numbers.
Yes, we really do. We'll sell a kidney. It'll be fine. Also, what we should do is sell some other products, which we can do right now, and then we'll do some emails. Yes?
Yes, and the hats will remain on during products. Right, welcome back to the Thursday episode of Golf is Ruining My Life. I just love the cap. Tom, I love the cap.
Oh.
I love the cap.
It's the most comfortable my head has felt since I had a full head of hair before I had kids. It's that nice. It's like my follicles have come back. That's how good it feels. It's the thing that's been missing from the top of my head for many years. It's genuinely very comfortable.
Sorry, I don't want to go QVC because I know we went a bit QVC the other week.
We have gone a bit QVC.
I just want to mention something really quick with this, right? So the guy that I work with who helps design this is actually a really cool music industry apparel designer, right? So
of course he's working with us. It's made him even cooler.
Well, exactly. So normally golf stuff, I imagine, is made by quite hammy blokes who don't really know what they're talking about, right? And this guy...
Hammy bloke. Can I say, huge fan of the phrase, a hammy bloke.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just a hammy bloke.
Just hammy bloke.
It's a younger version of gammon, a hammy bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, good. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
Whereas these are designed by this really cool guy, and someone said to me the other day about the caps I was wearing. He's like, "That's very like East London cool vibes," and I was like, "I mean, it's nothing I've done here. It's my friend Brad."
Yes, of course.
Anyway.
They do you know what they do? They remind me a little bit. They have something of the shape and texture of a cap you get as a cap for winning a cap as a football player or a rugby player or whatever.
Yes,
when you get an international cap.
Correct.
They have got the same sort of shape and texture to them as one of those. So they're classics. I think they're classics, Tom. But I think we should move on because we are just like a slightly care in the community QVC at the moment. Yep. So we should sort of try and step on to the next
emails.
thing, which is the emails. Hello to Jack the Junior, one of our youngest listeners, perhaps. And we love having young listeners. It's great. And it's encouraged us to improve our language. Have you noticed that? Since I've mentioned, I know a few juniors at my place who listen. The swearing has really tapered off, which is to be commended. Hey, Toms, I am newly into golf and I'm really loving it. I've only started watching since the Ryder Cup and now want to start. I'm only 13, same age as my son, and I want to get a set of clubs. I don't have a handicap because, as you know, I am new to golf.
Yes.
See above.
Yes.
Sometimes I go to the driving range with my dad, who used to play but stopped many years ago. Do you have a recommended set of clubs for a new junior golfer like myself? Thanks, love the pod. Keep it up, Toms. Jack, I think you probably know where we're going here.
So, I mean, there's a million things I could say. My first ever set of golf clubs was a set of Dunlops from Sports Direct. I love those so much. I got them for Christmas. I went to the driving range on Boxing Day, and it was open in the snow in Preston, and hit balls with my Uncle John. I remember that memory. I treasure it. So you're super new to golf. I mean, there's two very different routes you can go down. The route I would say is get onto your golf bidders, get onto your eBays, and go and buy a second-hand little starter set and go from there is what I would suggest.
So what you need to do, Jack, is you need to measure yourself, and then from that you can tell. I think they use a colour system. So certainly a lot of the child's golf club manufacturers say, oh, you're this big, so you're a blue, you're a green, you're a red, whatever. And then that will dictate to you what size club you should have. But my son, who's 13 and is spoilt, was lucky enough to get a set of pings. I bought him a set of pings for his birthday this year in June, and the Ping Junior sets are amazing. There's only a couple of people who really, really lean into junior golf properly. A couple of the big brands. I think it's Ping, and I believe TaylorMade, I want to say. Am I right there, Tom?
Yeah, I've got no idea. I mean, just knowing what we know about Ping, having worked with them for a year, it's just so on brand for them to have been
it's
like
brilliant.
This. Like, they're just such a great company that obviously would be great.
So you could, they're not cheap, but you could go and get a Ping fitting, get some junior clubs from Ping. And here's the best bit, Jack. They will then refit the shafts 3 times as you get bigger.
Oh,
right?
I was just about to say this. That's amazing.
Yeah. So the club you've got now, which is why actually in terms of investment of money, it's not a terrible investment because you're going to have those clubs for as you grow for like 5, 6, 7 years or whatever, maybe even longer. So that is something, that's what, won it for me. Obviously, we work with Ping, but I bought these for my son, and they are beautiful clubs. They are miniature versions of the normal Ping clubs, and I can't recommend them enough. So that's what I'd suggest.
Great suggestion. Over to another email. Now, this is the sort of email I like. They make it clear from the outset in both the header and the first line of the email, this must remain anonymous.
Fully, this is just between us and this person bleep.
Dear Tom Squared, so I've been playing golf on and off for years, and I have a handicap of 21.5. I don't get to play much now, maybe once a month. This year, a close friend who's moved away started playing golf along with a load of his friends that I'd never met before. I was invited to play in a golf day organised by my friend, to which I obviously said yes. The format was a 2-man scramble with a minimum of 7 tee shots each. Classic.
Okay. Love that.
I was paired with a guy I'd never met before. No official handicap, but I was told he was decent. Yeah, I like the chances. Okay. The day comes, and I meet my partner for the day. A nice guy, very friendly, and I was optimistic of our chances as I overheard someone say he's been striping it down the range. I never know whether that's a good thing or not, personally. But
no, suspicious.
Then we move to the course. He proceeds to miss the ball several times off the tee. Loses countless balls in the woods, which he will not give up looking for, and countless times tops the ball 2 yards in front. Needless to say, the first 13 holes we used my tee shots. Then, for his remaining tee shots, he topped 1 an inch in front of the marker, and then 6 more out of bounds, incurring penalties. I didn't want to be that guy, as I'm nowhere near the level to give swing advice, but I tried offering minor tips to help, to which I was totally ignored and told, he's got this.
Oh, God.
After topping the ball, he's got this, leave him.
Yeah,
don't warm it up.
Yeah, don't worry about him. Absolutely fine.
Throughout the round, we proceeded not to take a single shot from his except the compulsory tee shots. We ended up finishing dead last. I mean, this is the kicker for me. After a 6.5 hour round with a score of 28 over. I mean, based on what you said.
Scramble, that's not good.
With Scramble, that's awful. Which
that's not good.
I hadn't been over, which if I hadn't been made to use his tee shots of 12 penalties, would have been one of my best rounds. Later, I found through the app he uses that this can't be true.
No, it can't be
His handicap was 117. I didn't even know it went that high.
You can't go that high.
I think you can these days. I think you do what you want. Since that day, I haven't been invited by him to a golf day he's organised. Am I the bad guy for finding every excuse I could not to play? As he was a nice guy and my other friends will be there, but I can't deal with another round like that, or do I just suck it up and play and hope he won't be as bad? Again, love the podcast, Anonymous. It's funny, isn't it? When you go to these golf days, and especially when you're in a group of friends and you've not all been playing for that long, the vastly different ability levels is shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And that's why I do love a shotgun start where everyone gets out at the same time. Because if you are stuck behind that, it's amazing how quickly a golf day, which you see in your diary as a day off work, as a little holiday, often in the middle of the week or whatever, on a Friday, and you think, oh my God, that is like, for that day, I can forget about everything and it's going to be paradise. So to then have the downfall to sheer misery, because I would say, heaven and hell exists on a golf course, and heaven is a day off work playing a beautiful course with some colleagues who you can tolerate. Happy days.
Yeah.
But I would also say that hell is being stuck with someone who maybe is taking quite a long time, and it's just going on forever and ever and ever. It's just a total nightmare. I would lose my rag.
I gotta say, it's pretty ballsy from the guy to enter a golf day or agree to take part in a golf day
117
on 117 when you're that level of golf, because that is super new to golf.
That's super new. Oh, it's terrifying. Thank you for that email, Anonymous. Hello to Jack. Hi, Thomas. Love the pod. I've been playing golf for 2 years since I was 14. We've got a lot of young listeners.
Yeah,
Tom
I
Green.
need to stop saying the C word.
Yeah, you do. Since I was 14. Last week, I had the honour of getting a hole-in-one in front of my 3 best mates at the 17th par 3 at my home course, Clandon Regis.
Unbelievable.
My round up to that point was one I was going to remember no matter what, since I was only 2 over on the 7th.
Sorry. No, aborting this email. I as a 31-year-old man who's never done that, I don't want to read anymore, actually. Thanks, Tom.
No. I don't like you, Jack. I'll be honest. I don't
I'm tempted
think
to
we
call you
need
the
this
C word
energy.
that I said I wouldn't say anymore.
Champion is the C word.
That's
he means,
it.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
I was only 2 over on the 17th tee box, which was then followed by the stars aligning and a little white ball, which I do shout at a lot, disappearing into a hole 150 yards away. We all ran down. Oh, this is. I'm getting emotional here. We all ran down shouting and screaming and got a few looks from people on the other fairway. Jack, this is a moment you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And I'm not talking about the hole-in-one. I'm talking about getting your letter read out on Britain's second biggest golf podcast. No, I'm joking aside. This is a moment you'll remember for the rest of your life. I remember my junior golf, and I know Tom does as well, with so much happiness, and it was such a laugh. And things like that are just, they're such a gift. Getting a hole-in-one is not a guarantee, as Tom will tell you. For me, it is, but for other people, it's not. So it's incredible.
To say the word.
Still shaking from my hole-in-one, I proceeded to top my tee shot on 18, followed by a slice into the reeds on the lake, and a 3-putt to end, which was the cherry on top. Yeah, good. Now you're back. Now, do you know what?
One of us.
There you go. What I didn't realise was in the commotion, I had actually hit my hole-in-one ball and only found out when I found it in the reeds along the lake. Ended the round with a triple after having nothing more than a few bogeys. So I guess golf always wins. At the end of the day, Jack has attached a screenshot of his round, and that one, that's just incredible. This
what a cool screenshot that is. That is real. I mean, a couple of lovely birdies in there as well. Yeah. It's just a super solid round. I mean, standing on 17, 2 over. It's so cool. And then getting a hole-in-one. Jack, what an amazing... I mean, that's better than any round of golf I've ever played. So well done, Jack.
Yes, it really is amazing. Jack, thank you very much for that email. We love that. Right, have we got time for one more?
We do, but certainly not that one from Charlie, because that's way too long. I'll summarise. Forwards are good. Okay, next. Aidan. Hi.
That's about 2,000 words and diagrams.
Yeah. Forwards are decent. Thanks for the email, Charlie. Hi, guys. Hope you're both doing well. We are. Just got in touch to see if any of you have any advice for how to approach my golf game. I started just over a year ago. Yeah, I mean, we'll spout off. And started off as a 36 handicap, and I'm now down to 15.8. Wow. However, over the last... Jack. No, yeah. Over the last 2 months, I've had some of the best rounds I've ever had. I shot a 75 at my course, but I've also recently shot 40 over. Wow. Yeah. Losing over 20 balls while doing it. I currently practice 4 to 5 times a week and try my best to play a full 18 or 2 9 holes during the week. But as we come into winter, it's becoming more difficult. Any advice on how to improve more and how to get my single-figure handicap like yourself? Yes, I am now in that club, Aidan. I feel good about it. I love your podcast. You both have really helped me navigate my first year of golf. I can't wait to hear more from you both. Best wishes, Aidan.
Oh, thanks, Aidan. What a lovely email.
Lovely
That's
email.
Very nice. How would you get... So it's a good question, though, isn't it? What is the moment that takes you from a sort of low teen down to single figures? Because it happened to me. I was off 14 for years, and the thing was getting lessons. Like, it's really, really simple. But you know, and I don't know if you're getting lessons or not, Aidan. I can't see that on your email. But if you're not, I would really be pretty blunt and just say get some lessons with a great coach over winter, and then you know your game will take a hit. You will not play as well. Don't go and play Dornoch in Scotland while your game's taking that hit. I made that mistake. But when you come out the other side of it and some of your fundamentals have been fixed, because often if you can't get beyond 13 or 14, there's fundamentals there that you need to just fix, and it can be a swing plane thing, it can be a quality of striking the ball thing, and when you've got past that barrier, it'll all come in.
I know this is an incredibly boring bit of advice for Aidan, and maybe not the advice that you want to hear, because it won't help you do anything different. I think everything you're doing sounds perfect. I think looking at how your handicap's gone from where it is to where it is now, that's such an amazing improvement in a year. And it sounds like the amount of practice you're doing is great. It sounds like you're playing enough golf. I think maybe it's just a time thing. I think if you committed another 6 months to doing that, then your handicap would continue to tumble. I appreciate that in winter, it's almost impossible to keep up that level. So it's making sure you're playing once or twice a week if you can, and going to the range and just holding on, because April will come round at some point.
God, I can't wait.
I know. I've been stilted 3 or 4 times now while trying to play and going, no, can't. No, that's the rain. Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think, I mean, Aidan, Tom is right. You just need to play. But a coach will give you, I think the swings that when you really get down to low single figures, better than me and Tom, when you get down to proper low single figures, it's because you've got these tent poles in your swing, these things as long as I get that wrist in that position, I know this is going straight and I can rely on it. No matter how stressed I am, no matter how bad the weather is, I know that this movement with that wrist there is gonna work. And that reliability is something which a pro will give you. Not necessarily through a technical piece of information, but often through a psychological sense of just make sure you do that. This is the important thing about your swing. I'm not going to change anything in your swing. I'm going to tell you that as long as you hit that point, for Tom, it's that getting over the ball. For me, it's a really robust straight left arm. As long as you know you have these tent pole moments, you can build a properly good score around it. So I think a coach can help you find those.
And there we go, done for another week. The Toms at golfisroommylife.co.uk. Keep those emails coming in. And remember, the caps, the peppering the rough drop continues. The second drop from that little catalogue of products goes online at 8 p.m. this evening. By buying one of the caps, you'll get a special code to use on the rest of the site if you want to buy anything for Christmas. As I said on the podcast recently, we are down to really low numbers, especially in hoodies. So if you want anything like that for winter, you need to get moving right now. But get the cap, get the 20% off. And yeah, I guess we'll see you same time for more. Unless there's anything else, Tom.
No, I just want to say, thanks everyone. What a pleasure it's been this week. Thanks for hanging out with us. And no, I've got nothing else to say, Tom, clearly.
And we will continue being Great Britain's second biggest golf podcast, despite numerous people quite literally trying to rip us off. It's fine, don't worry. We're the originals.
Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is.
Meow. See you next time.